The thief no one could catch for 20 years. Rain slowly streamed down the rooftops of the old city. The streets were almost empty, and only a few people hurried home, completely unaware that another crime was about to take place. One that would once again leave the police with no answers. The next morning, the news spread across the country. A priceless diamond, worth tens of millions of dollars, had vanished from one of the most secure museums in the world. The alarm system had never been triggered. Security cameras recorded nothing unusual. Every door and window remained locked from the inside, and every guard insisted that no one had entered or left the building. It was as if the diamond had simply disappeared into thin air. This was far from the first impossible theft. For more than 20 years, an unknown criminal had carried out over 50 perfectly planned robberies. He stole only the rarest and most valuable treasures. He never harmed anyone, never left fingerprints, footprints, DNA, or even a single useful clue. The world's greatest detectives, forensic experts, and investigators had all tried to identify him, but every investigation ended the same way, with complete failure. Eventually, the mysterious criminal earned a legendary nickname, the Ghost. Newspapers published endless theories. Some believed he had once worked for intelligence agencies. Others claimed he was part of a secret international organization. A few even argued that the ghost never existed at all, insisting that different criminals had committed the robberies. Years passed. Detectives retired. Evidence gathered dust inside forgotten archives. Witnesses disappeared. Memories faded, and hope slowly vanished. The case became known as the greatest unsolved theft investigation in modern history. Then everything changed. A quiet detective named Alexander Warren joined the National Criminal Investigation Bureau. Unlike many famous investigators, he avoided television interviews and never bragged about solving cases. His greatest strengths were patience, logic, and an extraordinary ability to notice details everyone else ignored. His colleagues welcomed him with polite smiles but little confidence. "You'll give up like the others," one officer joked. Alexander simply smiled and carried several heavy boxes filled with old case files into his office. Instead of chasing new suspects, he decided to begin where nobody else wanted to look: the past. For weeks, he read every witness statement, every forensic report, every crime scene photograph, every blueprint, and every interview ever recorded. Thousands of pages covered his desk. He barely slept, surviving on coffee and determination. Day after day, he searched for one mistake. Not the thief's mistake, the investigator's mistake. Almost a month later, long after everyone else had gone home, Alexander opened the oldest case file one more time. Inside was a faded crime scene photograph taken exactly 20 years earlier. At first, nothing seemed unusual. Then something caught his attention. A large antique clock hanging on the wall showed exactly 11:53 p.m. Curious, he checked another robbery. The clock in that building showed 11:53 p.m. Another case? A digital display read 11:53 p.m. Another. A wristwatch recovered near the scene had stopped at 11:53 p.m. His heartbeat quickened. He opened file after file. Museum, bank, private mansion, art gallery, jewelry vault. Every single robbery had one tiny detail in common. Somewhere in every crime scene, a clock displayed almost the exact same time. For 20 years, hundreds of investigators had searched for fingerprints, security footage, DNA, and hidden entrances. Not one of them had ever questioned the clocks. Alexander leaned back in silence. It wasn't a coincidence. It was a message. Or perhaps a mistake. For the first time in 2 decades, someone had found the smallest crack in the perfect criminal's plan. That single forgotten clue would soon lead Detective Alexander Warren directly to the most elusive thief the world had ever known.